アクタス商品開発の野口玲と申します。今日はですね、ずっとこの方 YouTube に出てほしいなって思ってた方がいるんですね。でその方が来日してくれたんです。で来日してくれた方は、アクタスが、販売している北欧ナンバーワンソファーブランドのアイラーセンの、オーナーであり社長であるミスターアンダース・ユール・アイラーセさんなんですけれども、私もこれまでいろんな機会でアイラーセンのソファーってすごくいいんだぞってずっと伝えてきたんですけれども、やっぱりオーナーの方がこう伝えてくださる思いってやっぱりすごく特別なんですよね。なので今日はすごいお忙しい中なんですけれども、撮影にご参加いただいて、その彼がオーナーとして続けてきているそのものづくりの魅力みたいな、そういったことをですね皆さんにお届けしたいなと思っております。早速なんでご紹介してみたいと思います。ミスターアンダース・ユール・アイラーセンさんです。Please come in. Thank you for joining today.
Hello, Ray.
Yep.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. So, when was the last time you come to Japan?
It has almost been 3 years
Right.
because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So I used to come maybe 4 times or 5 times a year
Yeah.
for more than 30 years.
Yeah.
So I've been totally more than 100 times.
Right. We met in Denmark. We met in Japan. So maybe we meet each other maybe 10 times a year.
Yes.
So today, thank you very much for joining today, and then we would like to ask you to explain first about the history of Ayase to the audience.
So we are 127-year-old family-owned and run company. So we were founded in 1895 by Niels Eilersen, who was a coach builder. He founded the company and produced his first coach in 1895. And after that, when it was no longer possible to sell coaches, then he started to produce buses and lorries. And from that, we turned into producing furniture, and that's where we are today.
Okay. So you changed from the coach to the bus and the furniture. But I think for us that it's been really very big differences to produce, right? From couch to the bus to the furniture. But what's the things you never changed in your history?
In principle, it sounds like it's very different products, but in principle, it is the same. It's craftsmanship where we are working with wood and upholstery. That was with the horse carriage. It was craftsmanship working with wood.
So wood and craftsmanship is never changed. You've improved a lot in your history. Is that correct?
It's correct. It's never changed. The principles are the same.
今日アイラーセン本当に北欧でナンバーワンのソファーブランドに上り詰めたブランドではあるんですけれども、そういった長い歴史の中で常にベストを尽くしてきたということがすごく大きい要因なんじゃないかなというふうに思います。So today I would like to get into a little more details of your sofa. So maybe we can change the location to the other spaces.
Yes.
Let's go.
Good idea.
はい、で少しですねソファーのディテールに入る前に長い歴史の、アイラーセンの歴史とともにですねアクタスも実はパートナーとして長い歴史を歩んできてるんですけれども、そこの思いみたいなことをちょっと聞いてみたいなと思うんですけど、So please tell me about your history with Actus.
I'm happy to say that we have a long history with Actus. I was a young man when I came to Actus the first time around 1990, so more than 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It has been becoming like a family to Eilersen. And I remember at that time I met some of the people who are still in Actus, Mr. Kyuyama,
CEO.
who is the CEO of Actus today. He was in the wholesale department in western part of Actus at that time, 32 years ago. So a long history which has grown and grown, and we are very proud of being part of the Actus story.
Okay, even though maybe the first 10 years or something, our business with you are not really big right now, but why did you decide to keep the relationship with us, and then you will not start any business with the other, company in Japan?
Because for us, Axis is number one retailer of furniture, high-end furniture in Japan, and Axis has the needed sense and knowledge to sell Eilersen, and also not only selling but also building the brand of Eilersen in Japan. And that's why we made a very good partnership with Axis from the beginning.
私にとってもすごく温かい言葉をいただいたんですけどね、本当に友人であり家族のような関係ですごく厳しいミーティングもすることもありますし、本当に一緒に笑って遊ぶこともあるんですけどね、最初はそんなにビジネスは確かに大きくなかったんですけれども、それでもそういった関係性を続けたことっていうのがなんか今日本当にアイラン線を探しにアクタスに来てくださるお客さんも結構いらっしゃって、なんかそういったところまで一緒に歩んでくれたかなみたいなことはなんか思ったりとかしますね。Thank you very much. So by the way, I'd like to a little bit get into the details about the sofa. So actually, finding the right sofa is not really easy for the people. So what is the most important things to select the right sofa for the people's lifestyle?
I think that the sofa is the most important piece of furniture in your home. So you should take your time to study what you want to have and what need it should cover. And then I can only recommend that you go and sit in the sofas that you are interested in for a longer time. You could take a book with you and you could sit down, relax for an hour or two and just get to know the sofa. Because there's a big difference to go into a store with your jacket on and sit down for 10 seconds compared with taking off your jacket, sitting down and relax for a long time and say, this is how I want to sit in my home.
So that's why we spend a lot of time in the home with the sofa. That's why we should spend a lot of time to select the right sofa.
But it's also depending on the person, Some people like to sit more upright and some people like to be more relaxed. So, and that's why when you go and try an Eilersen, we have very much different seating comfort. You have where you're sitting more like this or you're sitting more relaxed backwards. So you should try to spend the needed time in order to study this and be sure what you want.
ソファをずっと作り続けている人がやっぱりこういう風に選ぶもんだよっていうのはなんか本当にそうなんだなってなんか今日改めてすごく思いますね。So next question is that do you see any differences of the trend of sofa in between Japan and globally?
In principle, no. There's no difference between what Eilersen is offering and selling in Japan compared with Europe or United States. Of course, there are some models which are more better selling in Japan than in Europe. But it's also just between Denmark and Sweden we can have a big difference. Some models are very successful in Sweden and some are more successful in Denmark. But in general, all the sofas that we offer in Japan, we offer in Europe, in United States, around the world. So there's not a big difference.
As far as I know, anyway, the Streamline has been. Streamline is the best model in Japan. I think it's also the kind of same in the worldwide. What do you think the Streamline is the best so far?
Let's go and have a look.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons why Streamline is so successful is, the design is classic and it has some nice upholstery detail, like the piping, and also the seat depth is not too big. It suits a lot of people and their homes, and then the seating position is very comfortable. It's relaxing, but it's still upright sitting.
Kind of a balance.
It's a balance.
Balance and sweet for many people.
Yes, exactly. Young and more mature people.
So by the way, what is your favorite sofa in your collection?
Of course, all of them. But if I have to choose, I would say that it could be Playground or it could be Aton.
Okay, there's a Playground.
So what is fantastic about the Playground,
Mm.
and as the name says, it's a playground.
Mm.
Just take this off,
Mm.
and you can put it wherever you like, and you can sit. So you can sit in whatever direction. You can have the television here, and you can have Tokyo Bay over there, and you can still relax.
Yeah.
You can take it off, and you can sleep on it.
Yeah.
Very flexible furniture.
Yeah. This has been popular for the younger people or many kinds of the generation?
Many kinds.
Many kinds.
So, and I think it's in Japan. You know, the sales have grown very rapidly, and I think it's also because the younger people are getting more fascinated by Playground. But in Europe, for instance, or in the United States, we often sell it in two pieces, like a corner.
All right.
And I think in Japan we mostly sell it as a single piece.
Yeah.
But no matter what, it's the same function.
アクタスの方でもこちらのプレイグラウンドはそうですね、もう結構長く売ってるソファーなんですけれども、ここそうですね 3,4 年ですかね、すごくこうお客様にご好評いただくようになったモデルなんですね。で暮らしの変化がやっぱりいろいろ移りゆく中で例えば見る対象もテレビから今度iPad のようなデバイスに変わっていったりとか、一つの空間の中でみんなが同じことをするっていうよりも別々のことをしながら一緒にいるっていうことがとても大切な時代になってきてるのかなとは思っていて、このプレイグラウンドが提供できるデイベッドであり、いろんな方向を向けるっていうことが多分そういうニーズにすごくマッチしてきてる。アイラセンのソファーってすごく長く使えるんですけれども、多分いいソファーを選ぶ一つの要素の中に、例えば変わりゆくライフスタイルに対してソファー自体がしっかりとシンプルで美しいデザインを失わずにこうちゃんと対応していけるっていうことも今後多分暮らし方がどんどん変わっていくし、お客様のこのソファーへのこうご興味具合を見たりとかしてなんかすごく感じてるなと思います。I know you have one more favorite.
Yes.
We have a display down there.
Aton.
Aton, yes.
That's a new model actually.
Yeah.
For me, this is a very nice sofa, also for instance for family with children, because you can sit it in, you can enjoy it together with your children, and then you have, you know, the seat depth is very large, so it's not like Streamline where you're sitting more upright. This is a sofa where you can really relax.
Yeah, actually, this sofa was launched in this year.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I can feel that actually the dips is deep enough for everybody for relax. Actually, you have 192 centimeter tall, but as we can see, you can relax enoughly. And then for me, also that I can relax very well. And then also that we can customize by the cushion for the dips or something. So design-wise, why do you like mostly?
So what I like is that you have this back cushion, and because you have those back cushions which doesn't cover the complete sofa, it has a more flat design, but you still have the fantastic seating comfort.
さまざまなソファーを選ぶときにこのシートクッションのサイズがバラバラになってしまって全体のバランスが少し崩れるということがあるんですけれども、今回新作のこのエイトンというソファーは本当にアンダース社長がもうこれは自分の本当に一番好きなソファーなんだよって今年入ってついて言ってくれてるんですけど。
And maybe we can disclose a small secret that we are coming with a smaller version of Aton, because we know that size-wise it will be a problem for some homes that it's too big.
アンダース社長とはいつも日本のお客様に対してそのアイラーセンの魅力をどう届けられるかということを常にディスカッションしてるんですけども、その中で同じぐらいの美しさと座り心地を持っていながらさらに少しコンパクトなソファーができるといいねみたいなことも考えてて、まだちょっと 道半ばではあるんですけど、なんかそういうふうに一緒にものづくりができる。私たちはアイラン製のソファーをこうセレクトしてるだけではなくて、常にこうどうやったらもっといいモデルがっていうことを日本のマーケットだけじゃなくて一緒に考えられるっていうのは、本当にこう友人であり素晴らしいパートナーである、なんかそういう魅力なのかなとか思ってます。
So Ray, let's invite everybody to come and sit and try Playground and Aton at Actors anytime they want, except Wednesday.
はい、今新宿店ね、水曜日お休みなんで。Okay, thank you very much for your many comments. So, but yeah, we have some more questioning for you. So, can you please reply?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you know, the mission of Eilersen is to make the best sofa in the world. And in order to do so, we need to concentrate on making a nice design. And we have to make sure that we have the best materials you can buy. And we have to have the best craftsmen to work with the materials. And we need to make sure that the comfort and the construction of the sofa makes a very comfortable sofa. And one unique feature about Eilersen, and maybe a very important feature, is the My Eilersen, where you can customize the sofa as you want it to be, smaller, bigger, different color or materials. Yeah, so you know, the fabric and the leather, that's what you can see on a sofa. So that's a very important part of a sofa. You know, when we decide to take a fabric, for instance, into our collection, we spend a lot of time. And then of course the fabric and the leather which are used on our sofa is also related to fashion and trends, because that's very important, because you know what is trend is also what the people and the customers are demanding. We believe that at the moment the trend is towards maybe a little bit wider arms and maybe a little bit deeper seating. So people want to sit more relaxed. And maybe, you know, on lower legs is also trending at the moment. That's regarding the design. But I think what is also important is the colors of the fabric. So for a while, the green fabric has been very trendy in Europe. Yes. Please do spend enough time to consider the sofa you want to buy, because it's very important. It's gonna be the most important piece of furniture in your home probably. So take your time, go and visit Actors and let them give you good advice what you should take care of when you decide which sofa you want to buy, because it's all related to, you know, the design, the seating comfort. Go and sit in the sofa for a while and make sure that you have a good comfort and the sofa has exactly all the features which you will be enjoying for a long time. Thank you.